Hi again. Oh my God. Can you hear that? Can you hear that? That would be a lawnmower. Mind you, I have a lawn that is this big, this big. The minute I set this up to come and paint, the gardeners are here. I know, I'm pissing and moaning about something that not everybody has. Yes, I have somebody else mow my lawn because I got nobody else to do anything else. I yell out in the house, would somebody please take out the trash? Nobody comes. My cat doesn't do it either. He's lazy. Is that better? Closed a couple of windows, but it's a warm day, so they're not going to be closed for long. Otherwise, I'm going to asphyxiate myself. I'm gonna. This is what I'm doing today. Using that same underpainting with the brown oil paint and then erasing, if you will, and then coming back to it either tomorrow or the next day to put the color in. What's really great is I just got the ARCs for my next book. Look at the colors. Mari's book. I think you guys are going to like this one. I know you're going to like this one, especially when you learn that the matriarch of the family gets to have her happily ever after. I'm an empty nester, if you don't know, and as an empty nester at the ripe young age of 57, some people think that your whole love life story is over. Not for Mari. Anyway, that's not what I'm here for. I'm here because I am on my seventh. This is my seventh oil painting. You guys, I feel empowered to try anything. Now, granted, I know it's not all going to be fabulous, but I feel like I can do so much more than I ever thought I would be able to do when it comes to painting. I was so intimidated by oil, mainly because I don't know how it works. I don't know the difference between that and acrylic painting. And the only acrylic painting that I have done has been like painting on wood, toll painting, craft painting that I did 20 years ago when my kids were little and when they were, God, before they were even, I remember finding out I was pregnant with my oldest while I was finishing up toll painting. I'll show you the little people that I made. Anyway, do you care? You don't care. All right, I'm going to be doing this. I'm going to turn the camera to the canvas. When I tell you I'm all in, holy cow, guys, this is the amount of oil paints that I have picked up. And I've already picked up a crap ton of acrylic because I'm in. I'm going to have some fun with this. And I've determined that if I am going to be doing these videos, you're going to see me a whole lot of time without any makeup on. I actually have some makeup on today, but because there are times I want to paint and I don't want to have a little pretty for the camera. I don't care. So I'm going to come at you when I'm ready and willing and desiring to paint. And today's a good day because I'm in edits, and sometimes I need to do things that are completely different in order to concentrate on the edits when it comes time to deal with my day job, the part that makes me money. So I'm gonna turn this around and I'll get started. So I know it may not look or seem like it because I'm fast forwarding and you guys are going to be bored watching it, but this is getting easier, much easier. I understand the concept of pulling out the lights, the lightest lights up here. I think the center is not right, but this part up here, I need to pull maybe just a little bit more out, a little bit up here, so that the highlights are easier to do. And then the chiaroscuro, is that what they call it? To make sure that the rest of it sticks out because it's going to be very dark canvas. So That's it for today. I'll come back in a couple days and get back to it. All right, bye. Hey everybody, welcome back to day 2 of the orchid oil painting that I'm doing today. This is the 6th painting, in case you missed that. And I want to talk about a couple things that are not in the kit for this beginner art program. This Gal Kid Light, you can see that. This is not in the kit. I bought it extra. They do talk about it a lot, so that's something that you definitely want to purchase. And I'm going to put all of this in a kind of a, here's what you need in addition to what the kit is offering you for this class at the very first video. But this is going to come into play with this painting. And the thing I do not have is the Indian yellow transparent color that Ellie talks about in the video. So I don't have those two things. I'm going to make do with what I have. Not terribly worried about it. As long as I stay away from opaque paint on this glazing experiment, I should be fine, according to everything I'm being told. So without further ado, I've kind of turned my camera around a little bit because I'm going to try and figure out how to get this more focused on that and less focused on me doing that. If for no other reason, I don't want to show you my side of my face where my extra, what wasn't there when I was in my 40s. Getting old sucks. Anyway, all right, onward. Much as I liked you on the other side, I couldn't see what I was doing, but you could see how glossy and beautiful the oil paint is. You can't see when I'm in this light. Eventually I'll have a better camera setup. Bear with me. For now, onward. Do this from this angle. It's pretty bright out there. And you can hear my neighbor's kid and you can hear my cat making all kinds of noise. This glazing exercise, I have a lot to learn. I kept having to tell myself I'm glazing and I was putting on certain paint too thick and other paints not thick enough. And I didn't have that orange color really, so I went ahead and just put an opaque orange in there, which makes it look very dull. But either way, the glazing part, I kept having to tell myself, remember to put the glazing medium on, because I was covering up all the highlights that I went through all that effort of drawing yesterday in the underpainting, and hello. But either way, when you stand back, it looks somewhat okay. I really do like how the paint itself is just so bright and so, I don't know, just it's so juicy, as they say. So yes, kitty cat, I hear you. Everybody hears you. Right, Football? Yes, my cat's name is Football. Because if he scratches me one more time, he's gonna be a... Anyway, here you go, finished painting. And I have one more with this class. I'm super excited. Onward, onward and upward.